Hello friends, I am in the midst of a series of videos where I am answering your questions. I asked for questions a while back and got so many that I had to make it into an entire series of videos. So today is all about working with models. So let's jump into it. I only have a couple of questions, so this one's going to be fairly short, but let's get to it. The first question is from Daniel, and Daniel says, when photographing a model and you only have a short time, is it better to take a headshot, middle shot, cutting off legs and perhaps hands, or a full body shot and edit later, assuming the goal is to get a portrait that highlights her face? Well, it sounds like you're looking for a headshot. And if you are trying to capture a headshot, I think you should capture a headshot. I mean, I'm sure I can think of ways to highlight a face, even if the whole body is in the image. But unless you really have a good idea for that, I say just stick to the headshot, because considering that in your scenario, you don't have a long period of time to be working with this person, if you focus on a, more tightly cropped image of just, the head and shoulders, something like that, you'll be able to at least spend a little bit of time with lighting and getting that just right to best highlight this person's face, rather than be kind of messing around with lighting for the full body when all you really want is the face. So unless you have a really specific idea for a full body shot that highlights the face, I say just stick with the face. And the next question, last question, is from Sarfaraz. And Sarfaraz says, could you tell us how you work with models? That's a big question. And I do have a course planned that will be available for members that deals with portraiture and taking photos of people. So I will keep you updated on that. But my best advice that I can give you in just a few sentences is, and if you know me, it'll be more than a few sentences because I'm always long-winded, is planning. So the planning of a shoot, any shoot really, is going to do a whole bunch of things for you. It's going to make sure that you know what you're doing when you get to the point where you're taking photos, instead of just thinking that you're going to take some headshots or whatever it is and then getting there and kind of going, oh, shoot, what was I going to do? What should I do now? When you have a plan, things will go more smoothly. It'll keep you more calm. If you're freaking out a little bit on the inside because maybe you're new to this, having a plan is something that you can fall back on. Knowing your gear and having a plan for the shoot are things that you can always fall back on when inside you are flipping out because you have a model in front of you and you're like, oh my gosh, what should I do right now? You can fall back on that plan. Also, when making that plan, be specific about what the plan is, but also involve your model in the plan. If you can, involve her in the plan making. I like to see if they have any ideas, because sometimes a model will have an idea, especially if you're doing something where you're trading your time or she's trading her time for your prints. Especially if it's that kind of a situation, she might have an idea for a photo that she wants in her portfolio that you might be interested in. So I've had that happen before. So see if she has any ideas or he has any ideas. But once you have your plan, however you come upon it, share that plan with your model ahead of time. That way your model can figure out, wardrobe and makeup and hair if the model is taking care of that stuff. And also when you share the plan and especially if you can show examples of the type of photograph that you're looking for, either the type of wardrobe, the type of hair, the type of makeup, the type of pose, the general look and feel, things like that. If you can share those things with your model is going to better understand what you want and be able to do it. So planning, sharing the plan, being specific about it. Here's this example. I really like the pose that this model is in. Don't worry about the wardrobe, because I know our wardrobe is totally different, but I really like the pose, how her hand is in her hair here, whatever it is. I actually have a whole bunch of ebooks where the purpose of them is to be able to share them as inspiration for yourself, for your own work, but also be able to show them to your subject to help them understand what you want. So I'll put a link to that, my ebook page down below, but that's why I created those, was so that you could have a whole bunch of images just all in a row with no, if you use a magazine, there's advertising language and stuff around it, and you have to flip through the articles to get to the ads. In my books, it's just pictures. So, and there's others out there like that. So that is it. Like I said, I am working on a whole course, so I will keep you all updated on that. But in the meantime, I'll be answering more of your questions in this video series. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you have notifications and all of that. And that's it, everybody. Thank you for your questions, and thank you for watching.